Hello everyone, Meisterang here with a Puka Poisoner round. We're gonna have a lot of people corrupted. Well, it is possible that this alchemist cured 2 corruptions, but I don't believe him. We have 2 outcasts, and both of these outcasts have to be real. Obviously the wretch is always real, but we don't have any other visible outcasts, and the list of outcasts does not have any disguised outcasts. So we know that these are the only 2 possible outcasts. Alright, so the Oracle is accusing the Scout of being the Poisoner. What else? Well, we have 2 Empresses, and we can't actually have 2 of the same role. The Knitter and the Scout are contradicting each other. Alright, and then we have a Dizzy Confessor, an Alchemist that I don't believe. So the Alchemist could be evil, or the Alchemist could be corrupted. The only way somebody is corrupted is if they are next to an evil. Anyway, one of these Empresses has to be evil, and the other Empress, the other evil has to be up here. So the evils are definitely not adjacent to each other. I suspect that this Oracle is corrupted. I think this Empress has to be truthful, and number 6 has to be the Poisoner, and then the Confessor is the Puka. Awesome. Okay. Well, the Hunter is accusing the Druid or the Alchemist of being evil. The Alchemist is obviously lying. Okay, cool. So no, we're not losing any health here. That's cool. 1 or 6 is a minion. Okay, the Oracle. So the Oracle is accusing the Druid. The Hunter is truthful. Well, I guess I can reveal everybody since I killed the Lilith before the first... Oh my goodness, I guess I can't reveal everybody just yet. Okay, well let's check the... Okay, so we know 5 is not evil, which means... well, first of all, we're going to kill this Plague Doctor. And, yeah, so 5 is not evil, because the fake Plague Doctor is lying about that. And... so this Oracle is not telling the truth. Does that mean this Oracle has to be the drunk? Wait, 1, 7, and 9. So either 1 or 9 is an outcast. Wait, I'm confused. Okay, so this Oracle is not telling the truth. Yeah, this Oracle is definitely not telling the truth. So this Druid is good. Okay, and the Druid is accusing 8 of not being a real Bombardier. Wait, does there just have to be... Is 9 a Plague Doctor? I think 9 has to be a Plague Doctor. Well, let's just kill 9 and see what happens. Okay, that's what I thought. And, yeah. Yeah, because there was one more person than... Yeah, there was just one more person not telling the truth than I thought possible. Alright, one of these druids is fake. I'm tempted to try to kill this knight, but the knight could be corrupted. The knight could be the drunk, or the knight could be corrupted by the Plague Doctor, so I clearly can't afford to do that. Alright, so we have a Dreamer. Dreamer says that 8 is the Puppeteer. Alright, so we got a fake knight, and we got a fake druid. What I'm hoping is that the dreamer is the puppet. Okay, the dreamer is not the puppet, because if she was, she would have admitted to being the puppet. Bard is 2 away from a corrupted character. I'm guessing that the dreamer is the drunk. That or the bard is lying. Okay, is it possible that this gem crafter is lying? Okay, so if this knight is corrupted, that means this knight has to be evil. And what else? What else? Yeah, so this gem crafter is not telling the truth. Okay, so 7 claimed that 8 could be the puppeteer. Which, yeah, so the dreamer's the dreamer is not the puppeteer. Oh, wait, okay, so the dreamer is not the puppet. So if the dreamer is evil, then she has to be lying. Okay, I'm getting confused. So in this hypothetical where this knight is corrupted, then 1 is evil. There's nobody else who can be corrupted. Only 1 person can be corrupted. So that's 3 people accounted for who are evil. This bard is evil, and then one of these druids is evil. So that's too many evils, which means it's safe to try to kill 9. Yeah, because 9 is not actually... 9 couldn't be corrupted. Okay. Now, I guess it is possible for this knight to be corrupted. So I think it would be safer for me to try to kill the confessor. Alright. This dreamer lied. This dreamer claimed that 8 could be the puppeteer. Okay. So, this bard claims to be 2 cards away from a corrupted character. Well, that doesn't matter, because I just kill one of the druids and then kill the other, because we can't have 2 druids. Alright. Ten or 7 is a twin minion. Okay, whatever. Yeah, there wasn't much I could do at that moment. You know what I could do? Yeah, I'm going to reveal number 10 and see if 10 is a twin minion. Nope. Okay, so 10 is accusing 7 of being a twin minion. 9 is accusing 6 of being a shaman. We know this confessor is good. Okay, well, I'm going to have the Slayer try to kill the Oracle. Nope. Okay, so the Slayer dies. Okay. Yeah, it's possible that the Slayer was corrupted. Or that 2 was corrupted. Okay, anyway. Oh, since this Oracle is truthful... Oh, wait, I was going to say we can't have duplicates, but no, there's a shaman, so we can have duplicates. Okay. If this architect is not truthful, then there has to be an evil on the right side. I don't know if this plague doctor is real. One of these dead people could be a plague doctor. I guess I could just test that by clicking somebody that I know is not corrupted. That seems like kind of a waste. Okay. Yeah, so if this architect is evil, then 9 has to be corrupted. And, yeah, 9 is corrupted, 6 is good. Is it possible for this knight to be corrupted? Knight is corrupted, Oracle is lying, and then Yeah, the architect is truthful, the scout is lying, and I guess the scout would be the shaman. Okay. Yeah, that's possible. I want to have the Plague Doctor test the knight, but the Plague Doctor could be evil. Wait, okay, if I have the Plague Doctor test the scout, and the scout says not corrupted, what does that mean? Well, I feel like I should believe this scout, I mean the oracle, because the oracle is the only set of duplicates, but I guess I should make sure that, yeah, I'm gonna make sure, like, there could be a duplicate in the dead bodies. Okay, so 6 is a shaman, and then, yeah, I'll just test if, okay, so the Plague Doctor is truthful, which means the, yeah, the scout, oh, well, also the scout was just lying. Okay, so 8 was a corrupted jester, and 10 was a poet. Well, that was one of the rounds of all time. Okay, let's use my judge ability. Judge doesn't believe the hunter. Alright, does the judge believe the lover? Nope. Okay, so this judge is good. This lover is not telling the truth. This hunter is not telling the truth. And let's see if I think this lover is evil. Well, I guess the lover is evil, the Plague Doctor is truthful, and this knitter cannot be evil because then she would be truthful. She can't be truthful because there's no space for the next evil to be next to the witch. So this knitter has to be corrupted. And that means there's no more room for anybody to be corrupted, so goodbye. Oh baby, a pook around. Okay, so this lover could be truthful, but she could be corrupted by a puka that's in one of those slots. But she herself cannot be the puka, because she would be lying, but she would be truthful. Okay, Scout is truthful. There is definitely only one evil, which means this lover cannot be evil, but I guess I already knew that. Okay. Yeah, so we have a drunk and we have a puka. Okay, so the Empress... Okay, so we know that one is not evil. So the Empress is accusing the Hunter. The Hunter is accusing the Slayer, because we already know that the lover is not evil. And the lover is claiming that the Empress is not evil, but that doesn't mean anything. Let's have the Slayer try to kill the Hunter. Nope. Because if the Slayer was good... Oh, right, we know the Hunter is not evil. Okay, yeah, the Hunter cannot be evil because he would be corrupting the Scout. So that was a waste of a Slayer kill. Although, I guess it's guaranteed that the Slayer... Yeah, one of these three is the Puka, and no matter who that is, the Slayer cannot possibly kill anybody. Okay. So the Hunter claims to be 2 away. Oh man, one of these could be the drunk. Yeah, so this Hunter is definitely not evil, which means this Empress is lying. The Druid can't, I can't properly test the Druid because I have no idea who could be the drunk. Like, the Lover could be the drunk, the Hunter could be the drunk. Let's see. Yeah, so if the Lover... Okay. Yeah, so okay. If the hunter is truthful, then the slayer is the puka. And then 4 or 6 would be the drunk. Okay, that seems possible. What if the lover is corrupted and the empress is the puka? Actually, okay, so one of these could be the puka. What if the druid is the puka? This guy's corrupted. Then this empress has to be the drunk. Okay. Yeah, so if the druid's evil, then the empress has to be the drunk, which means I can safely test these two possibilities. And if it turns out the empress is drunk, I get a free extra kill. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I can just kill 5 and 4 safely. Okay, well, this lover is not truthful. We can't possibly have anyone who's corrupted. We have to have a doppelganger. Well, let's see if these judges are truthful. This judge is truthful. This judge is truthful. So, yeah, that means we just kill both of these scouts. Yeah, because there couldn't be 2 scouts, since there were 2 judges, and there could only be 1 set of duplicates. Alright. Dreamer's not telling the truth. This dreamer is telling the truth. Okay. 2 or 7 is a puppeteer, 9 is good. We definitely have either a drunk or a doppelganger. Let's see if these jesters are truthful. This jester is not truthful. This jester is not truthful. Huh, okay. Unless 3 is puppet. Suppose 3 is a puppet. Then these jesters are truthful. The gemcrafter is the puppeteer, and 9 is not good. And that's a contradiction. Okay, so these jesters are lying. One of them could be next to the puka. Okay. Well, one of them's definitely evil. Yeah, one of them's definitely evil, because we can't... Yeah, if we can't have 2 jesters, unless one of them is the doppelganger. And the doppelganger would not be saying that there are 2 evils. I think it... Yeah, there's no way that the jester is corrupted by the puka, so I'm going to kill that jester number 4. Okay. But yeah, and we know that the druid is the puppet, because we already figured out that that number 3 could not be the puppet. Okay, this oracle is lying, this jester is lying. It leads me to believe that 8 is probably the puka. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we do have corruption, so I can't just kill a knight. That's a lot of knights. Okay. Now what? Well... Okay, we have... Well, we know that 9 is not evil. We don't know whether 9 is a villager or an outcast. Okay, the Empress is saying that 1, 2, or 6 is evil. Yeah, the problem is there are two sources of corruption here. Yeah, the poisoner and either the drunk or the plague doctor. Either way, killing a knight has 2 chances of losing. The bard is claiming that that he's 2 away from a corrupt character, which must be false. Since the bishop has to be telling the truth. Yeah, the bishop has to be telling the truth, since since number 5 cannot be a villager. So the bishop is telling the truth. The plague doctor cannot be corrupted. I'm going to kill the bard. And if the bard was corrupted, I could at least use the plague doctor's ability on him. Okay. So the empress is accusing 2 or 6. One of those is evil, and the other one could be corrupted. Oh, I can finally test the dreamer. Dreamer's truthful. So, yeah, so 9. Okay, so 5 could be, 5 could be an outcast or an evil. 9 could be a villager or an outcast. And then, 6 could be anything. Okay, well, if I just assume that 9 is not a, if I just assume that 9 is not an outcast, well, I don't know. I think, actually, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure there has to be a doppelganger. Well, it's not entirely a doppelganger. Okay, we have 3 knights. What's the possibility that there's no doppelganger among them? That means 2 of them has to be evil. 2 of them have to be evil. So 7 is evil. Yeah, then 2 or 6 is evil. And then there's a puppet somewhere. Yeah, so... Yeah, one of these 2 is evil, and then the dreamer's a puppet, or the bishop's a puppet. The plague doctor cannot be a puppet. The plague doctor could be a different evil, but never a puppet. Anyway, wait, what was I trying to figure out? Oh yeah, if it's possible that there's no, if it's possible that there's no, what you call it, that there's no, that there's no doppelganger. Yeah, so the 2 of the knights would be evil, and then, yeah, it would be something up here. I could kill the plague doctor, and then if the plague doctor is real, I kill number 6 and see what number 6 is. Yeah, see what number 6 is, and then I can test 7 or 2 to see if they're corrupted. I use reverse psychology. The plague doctor will use reverse psychology, and I'll know which one is corrupted. Yeah, I think that's the safest thing I can do. Okay, that's the poisoner. And that means this knight is good. Because, yeah, 5, 6, and 9 contain 1 evil. And I already found them. Okay. Yeah, so we do have a doppelganger. Yeah, so the Empress is saying 1... yeah, the Empress is saying that 1, 2, or 6 is evil. So 2 or 7 would be evil. Or the Empress is lying, but we know that the Empress is not evil, at the very least. Actually, let's see what the poisoner, what the fake, okay, so the fake Plague Doctor says that 4 is not corrupted, which means we know that 4 is corrupted, and that means 2 and 6 are both not evil. Cool. Well, that happened. Good job, team. Okay, we do have 2 outcasts. One of them could be a doppelganger druid. Let's see what this druid says. This druid says there's a doppelganger. Okay, they both say there's a doppelganger. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'll trust the Plague Doctor. Okay, so the Plague Doctor is truthful. Those druids cannot both be lying. Actually, one of them could be evil and the other one could be, one of them could be evil and the other one could be corrupted. Wait a second. So this baker is not truthful. Yeah, this knitter is truthful. This oracle is corrupted. What else? Yeah, I think... Okay, so if both of these druids are lying, that's definitely too many people who are lying. Because we only have one more evil available, and... Yeah, we have potentially one more corruption available among these 3 people. Yeah, so I think all of this has to be good, and this bombardier is evil. Okay. So we know that this baker is lying already. We have 2 slayers, which is not possible. You know, let's see what this Plague Doctor thinks. Plague Doctor thinks that 2 is evil. Okay. You know what? Yeah, so the only way the Plague Doctor could say that, could be lying, that 2 is evil, is if the Plague Doctor himself is evil. So, if the Slayer is not evil, then he can just kill the Plague Doctor. Anyway, this Slayer was unable to kill 2, who was evil, so, bye-bye. Oh, wow, that was easy. Okay. Do we have a potential doppelganger? Poet, Architect, Fortune Teller, Empress, Knitter, Jester. Okay, those are all different, which means we can't have a doppelganger. There's only one pair of evil. Well, that is false. Let's see if the Jester is truthful. The Jester is not truthful. What does the Fortune Teller have to say? Fortune Teller says that 6 is evil. Yeah, so the Jester being not truthful means that it was either 6 or 7, which means 4 had to be truthful. Okay. 1 is a real doppelganger. Okay. That's a lot of Slayers. So, I believe that, yeah, I believe that the poet is good, or whatever, poet number 4 has to be truthful, which means 1 is a doppelganger, 4 is the poet. We have 2 Slayers. I'm gonna have the Slayers all try to kill each other. Oh, that was easy. Yeah, so the Shaman pair should be 2 Slayers. Alright, let's see. Okay, cool. So these are real Slayers, and, Let's see. Well, okay, so these slayers are definitely truthful. It's possible that this slayer is a puppet, and then this poet is a puppeteer, but then this poet is lying. Yeah, so I think this poet has to be good, which means this slayer cannot be a puppet, and this slayer is surrounded by people who can't be the puppeteer. Okay, let's kill the medium. And 3 is not good. Nice. Alright. Is there any corruption in this entire map? Nope. Nice. No Lilith activations. Let's go. Alright, so we know that these two are good. I can test the Jester by clicking these guys. Jester is good. And yeah, I guess I just click 9. I know that 8 is claiming to be a Bombardier, and revealing the Bombardier doesn't give me any information. Oh, I guess this medium is... Oh, okay. Wait, hold on a second. We don't have a puppet. Okay, I was about to kill 8 thinking 8 is the puppet, but no. Oh, I can't kill anybody else after the round ends. I guess that makes sense. Okay, okay, Dreamer thinks that Enlightened could be the counselor. Okay, that Dreamer's not truthful. This Dreamer is truthful. No corruption, except for the drunk. Alright. We have an outcast among 2 and 8. Okay, 3, 4, and 6, according to this poet, contain a villager, minion, and an outcast. Well, this oracle is truthful, or at least trying her best. Okay, 3, 4, and 6 are all incapable of being evil at this point. Nice. Yeah, this was... Yeah, a doppelganger disguised as an enlightened. Alright, well, that's a good stopping point. That's where I'm going to call it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Oops.